Okay, let's try this question out again. Show on a graph the region represented by the inequality y is greater than 2x minus 2. Now you have two unknowns here. So how do you draw it? You draw it like a normal graph, which is y equal to 2x minus 2. So you draw the points. So x and y coordinates. Let's say if your x is 0, let's say 2 times x, just assume it's y equal to 2x minus 2. So y will be equal to -2. So if your y is 0, okay, becomes 2x minus 2 minus 2 like at the other side gives you 2 equal to 2x, which is divided by 2, x is equal to 1. Okay, but also you can try a lot of them. You can try like 0, 1, 2. Let's add another one. So we just did this. Again, let's add another one. Let's add 2 to the mix. I don't know why my video is behaving this way nowadays. So let's say 2, y equal to, when x equal to 2, y equal to 2 times 2 minus 2, which gives you y equal to 4 minus 2, which is y equal to 2. So that's enough. Okay, so the first point is 0, -2, 0, -2. So it's here down the y-axis, or the y coordinates supposed to be here. Then the other one is 1, 0, which is here. And then we have 2, 2, which is supposed to be here. Now, that's how you draw it. Now let's draw a line. So you draw a line this way. Though my line might not be that accurate, but I'm trying. So but before that, remember haiko je kuna chini kuna less or equal? No, haiko hii, hakuna hii kitu. So your line should be dotted. So don't forget that. So it should be a dotted line. So it is supposed to be something like this. Okay, you can continue out top, but you just remember your line is dotted. Okay, now once you know this, this is your line, but remember it's written as y is greater than 2x minus 2. Ukiona, let me just continue and extend it, dotted. Okay, so ukiona hii hapa, this is now your y equal to 2x minus 2. You don't write the inequality when you're writing down the equation on that line. But now the inequality is supposed to be y is less than 2x minus 2. Now in that line, chini, kuna hapa, na kuna juu. Let me show it. There's here, and there's also here. Right. Now the easiest way of knowing where to shed is much easier, by the way. Kama ni greater, hapa ni juu, sio? So you require the upper region. So if you require the upper region, it means that you need to shed the one which is down here, kwa sababu inequality yenyewe ni greater. So you shed the lower region. So you shed here. So that is your answer. Another way, maybe this is another way that you might also use. Hapa chini utachukua point, ama pale juu utachukua any point. Let me choose a point here. So this point is -1 and 1. Do not choose a point on that line. Just choose a point at the top or at the bottom of that line. So -1, 1 is your point. Now insert that point into the inequality and make sure, and just ensure if it's true or not. So this is x, this is y. So for the x part, it's 2 times -1 minus 2, and y obviously is 1. So 2 times -1 gives you -2 minus 2, 1. 1 greater than -2 minus 2, -4. Is this inequality correct? Yes, it is incorrect. It is correct. So therefore you require the upper region, and you won't shade the upper region, but instead you shade the unwanted region, which is at the bottom. That's why we shade it there. Okay, even if you use the one at the bottom, let's use any point, let's say 2, -2, it will still give you the same outcome, but let's try it out. So we say it is 2, -2. So if it is 2, -2, so obviously with a substitute, 2 times 2 minus 2, this is -2, this gives you 4, minus 2, 4 minus 2 is 2. Is this statement true? No, -2 cannot be greater than 2, and therefore you shed the region that you don't want, and it doesn't satisfy that equation. So this region is unwanted, that's why we're shading the bottom region. So hopefully that is understandable. So those are two ways which you can solve, or you can use to draw that line. Now let's try the last question, and this is a question that you can do by yourself. Now for this question, represent the following inequalities: y minus x is less or equal to 2. Again, you need to draw a straight line, and you need to have your points. So let's start maybe with 0, 1, 2, or let's start with -1, then 0, then 1, and then maybe 2. So let's say, let's rewrite this equation to this way: minus x black at the other side, and if you ignore the inequality, we say y equal to positive x plus 2. So if your x is -1, sawa, plus 2, y will be obviously 1. So let's say if your x now changes to 0, your y will be 2. If your x changes to 1 again, your y will be 3. If it changes to 2, obviously your y will be 4, and the same thing if you change it to, that's enough today. So hopefully that is understandable. Now since the inequality has this thing as the equal sign here, so we need to draw a line which is very straight with no dots in it. Okay, now since we know that, so let's plot this down. So obviously the rest is easy. We know the points, we just need to draw the straight line, and just like we said, if it doesn't if it has an equal sign here, it means that the line should be very much straight. So let's start. The first point is -1 and 1, so -1 and 1 is this. The second point is supposed to be 0, 2, so 0, 2 is just here. The other point is supposed to be 1 and 3, which is here, and the other point is 2, 4, which is here. So we need to draw a line there, a straight line, not dotted this time. So obviously, let me start here. Use a ruler. I'm just using my hand for now, but you should be using your own ruler. So something like that. Tamam. So this is y equal to 2x. No, not 2x, sorry. It's supposed to be y equal to x plus 2, or x plus y equal to 2, or y minus x is equal to 2, whichever one. It's just still the same. You can write it this way, or you can write it this way, which is y minus x is equal to 2. Now the question is, where do we shed? Right, now just like we said, let's because it will be like this, it will look like this. Okay, and since it will look like this, the region that we need is below, sababu ni less or equal. Ukiangalia kuna juu na kuna chini, so this is the top, this is the bottom. The inequality is like this. So this symbolizes the bottom region. You need the bottom region, so you need this region here, and since you need this region, you don't shade the place that you don't need. You need you shed the place that you don't need, so which is here. So you shed this one. Okay, so very much easy. So that is easy, right? Not that hard. So again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's the last question. Again, I'm repeating the same thing. Okay, y is less or equal, sorry, equal. If it's equal, draw a straight line with no dots. But if it's less or equal, it means that the wanted region is down, so therefore you don't shade the bottom region, instead we shade the top region. But also the other way, just like I've told you, you choose a point either at the bottom or at the top. If you look at this, if you choose 2 and 1, which is this, does it satisfy the inequality? Wacha tuangalie 2, 1. So y yako, let's say ni 1, let's say equal x yako ni 2. 2 plus 2 is 1, less or equal to 4. Is it? Yes, it is. Since it is, it means that you need this region here, so the bottom one. So therefore that's your answer, and we've drawn that, we've proved that, we've proven that this is our answer. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share it to your friends, and I have a lot to post for grade 9 students. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.